wonderful students. It's nice to be back again on School on Air. Welcome to Civic Education class. Last time we talked about youth empowerment. I also told you various youth empowerment skills that are available. Today we are going to look at a very interesting topic that concerns you and I, and that is citizenship. We are going to look at the definition of citizenship. We are going to look at the definition of citizen, and we're going to look at the types of citizenship today. Just follow me. Citizenship simply refers to the status of being a legal or bona fide member of a country. It also means the link between a person and a country. Citizenship is about the link you have with your country. For example, I'm a citizen of Nigeria. The country owes me the duty of protection, being a citizen. I am holding the citizenship status of Nigeria. And so it also means the link, that is the link between me and the country. That link is called citizenship. It is also associated with the right to work and live in a country and to take part in its political process. That is another meaning of citizenship. Citizenship is about ownership. Citizenship is about membership. For example, I am a member of my family, a bona fide member. What I am entitled to, a stranger, a visitor, is not entitled to it. For example, a citizen can work in his country without a work permit, whereas a foreigner, an alien, needs a work permit to work in that same country, under the same government, under the same law. Now about citizen. The American dictionary defines it as a person owing loyalty to a country. Let me pause here. Owing loyalty to a country. I told you earlier on, I'm a citizen of Nigeria. I must be loyal to the country. I must not do anything that will endanger the country. I must not do anything that will endanger the collective aspiration of the citizens. It also says, and also entitled to the protection of the state. We can also refer to a citizen as resident of a country with full rights and duties. Let me explain that. Full right. The question is, that means strangers or foreigners don't enjoy right. No, I said full right. A stranger, a foreigner, is also entitled to right partially. For example, as a Nigerian citizen, I can vote and can be voted for. A foreigner cannot vote and cannot be voted for. So I enjoy full right, whereas foreigners don't enjoy full right. In every country, we have two sets of people. We have the citizens and the non-citizens. Non-citizens can also be called aliens. They are those that are legally permitted to live in the country. For example, in Nigeria, we have Ghanaians, we have Togolese, we have Chinese, we have Cameroonians, we have Americans, we have Britons. They are all living in Nigeria. They are legally permitted. They entered the country legally. They have their full papers, resident permit, and so they are entitled to live in Nigeria as a foreigner, but a legal alien for that matter. Non-citizens or aliens also refer to those that are legally permitted to reside in a country. The law backs them up. International laws back them up. Immigration law back them to live in that country, provided they are law abiding, provided they are not criminals. We also want to look at types of citizenship. Types of citizenship. Number one is citizenship by birth. In fact, it is the most common and widely accepted qualification for citizenship. I am a citizen of Nigeria because my father and my mother are citizens of this country. Even if it is only my father that is a citizen of Nigeria, I am a citizen of Nigeria by birth. And citizenship by birth can occur in two ways. Number one, by blood ties or descent. That is, when one or both of a child's parents are citizens, even when that child is born outside Nigeria. Assuming as a Nigerian, I live in America. My wife also lives in America. Our children are automatically citizens of Nigeria because we are citizens. He must enjoy all the rights available for all Nigerians because he's a Nigerian, even though he was born outside the country. The second one is dual citizenship. Some countries allow this. The immigration law allows it. And this is an example. A person born by Nigerian parents in the USA is a Nigerian and also an American by birth. Is holding dual citizenship because my son that we gave birth to in America automatically is a citizen of America by birth, and so he enjoys dual citizenship, even though some countries don't recognize that. For example, in Nigeria, the law does not recognize dual citizenship, but in America, he's a citizen of America entitled to all rights and privileges due to all Americans. Citizenship by naturalization. This is a method by which a citizen of a country voluntarily applies to be a citizen of another country where he presently resides. A Cameroonian or a Ghanaian who wishes to become a citizen of Nigeria can do so through naturalization. And how does he do it? He will apply to the office of the President of the Federation wishing to naturalize to a Nigerian. And in some countries, for example Nigeria, this citizenship by naturalization is subject to conditions, and those are the conditions. Number one, the person must demonstrate at least an average knowledge of the language of the host community. The Ghanaian that wants to become a Nigerian, assuming he's living in Ibadan, must to some extent demonstrate the knowledge of Yoruba language to some extent. Number two, you must have the knowledge of the way of life of the people. You must be accustomed to them, their ways of life, their culture, their belief, their custom. Number three, he must be of good conduct. He must not be a brawler. He must not be a criminal. He must not be a fighter. He must not be a fraudster. He must be of good conduct. He must have no criminal record, because the government will look into his record. The police will dig into his history. All law enforcement agencies will dig into his history. They want to know everything about him. Number five, swearing allegiance to his or her new country and the ruler. He must be ready to swear to an oath of allegiance. What is an oath of allegiance? That is promising that he will be of good conduct in Nigeria, promising that he will not be a spy agent in Nigeria, promising that he will do everything to uplift the ideals of the country. And number six, he must renounce his previous citizenship. That Ghanaian I am talking to you about must renounce his Ghanaian citizenship formally, that I am no longer a citizen of Ghana but a citizen of Nigeria. Then he must have resided in the host country for a specified period. Some country it is 15 years, some it is 10 years, some it is 5. But the fact still remains that he must have spent a reasonable amount of years in the country where he wishes to become a citizen. And number 8, he must be of sane mind. He must not be mentally deranged. He must be mentally sound. And number 9, he must have contributed or prepared to contribute to national development, to economic development of his immediate community and the country in general. They will dig into his record. The government wants to know how he has been doing in the community. They want to know how he has been contributing to the development. And if he has not been doing it, they want proof that he will do it. Because the country is not only interested in his being a citizen, but they want to know what part he will play towards the development of the country. Then he must prove to the authority that he has a genuine intention of his desire to live permanently in the country. Not that he is wishing to live there permanently so that he can spy for his country. He must prove it that he has a genuine interest. He must prove his interest in the country before being granted the citizenship. Wonderful student, we've been talking about citizenship. We have talked about the meaning of citizenship, that is the link between you and the host country. We have talked about citizen. Who is a citizen? A citizen is a legal member, a bona fide member of a country with full rights and duties. He enjoys all rights available in that country. For example, the right to life, the right to social security, the right to work and to earn just remuneration, the right to dignity of human person, the freedom from torture and inhuman treatment, the right to own properties in everywhere in the country. We also talk about types of citizenship. We talk about citizenship by birth. That is when either of the two parents are citizens of that country. Even when they are not living in that country, when they are living outside the country. For example, living in America, their children are still citizens of the country. We talk about citizenship by naturalization. What is naturalization? Wishing to become a citizen of another country and renouncing his previous citizenship. I gave you the example of a Ghanaian who wishes to become a citizen of Nigeria. He will apply for naturalization to the office of the president of the federation, and he will prove some things to them. Number 1, his genuine interest of wanting to reside in the country. Then he must have spent a reasonable amount of time in that country. He must have no criminal record. He must not be a spy. He must prove that he has knowledge of the ways of life of his host community, and to some extent must be able to speak their language. I say to some extent. These are the various qualifications for naturalization. And having known that, I want to give you some questions, and I want you to answer them and send them to the address on the screen. Number 1, who is a citizen? Who is a citizen? Number 2, name the 2 categories of citizenship by birth. Don't forget I taught you that. Or have you forgotten? Number 3, what are the laid down requirements for someone wishing to naturalize? That Ghanaian I told you about, wishing to naturalize into a Nigerian, what are the laid down requirements for him? Until we meet again on School on Air, it has been nice speaking with you. Have a wonderful day. Thank you very much.